I may not kiss and tell, but I see lip imprints on your phone screen.
From kissing John Cena's nudes. Taking over the world is easy, but making friends, that's hard. Even the professionals can get got by their own dreams.
Welcome back to A Couple of Fellas.
Hey.
Recording live for the first time ever from a hotel room.
Yeah, seriously, on location.
Wanted a little bit of a romantic getaway? Just the fellas?
I'm in Austin, baby. We made it.
What do you think of it so far?
Sucks, dude.
It's been 36 hours, so...
Can't stand a single more second of it, dude. And
Give me
I'm
more.
stuck here for a week.
I want it raw.
Hell on earth.
Keep going.
Misery, plague, famine, basically littering the streets with litter.
Horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of horses, there's horse shit just like literally all over. It smells like an absolute toilet of a city, to say it frankly.
All right, now that we've deterred everyone else from moving here and clogging up all of the awesome
Yeah.
stuff about Austin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now you want the compliments? Yeah, no, Austin's pretty fucking sick. There's just like food everywhere.
That's a real plus for me.
Yeah, close your eyes, 360 no scope in any direction, and you're hitting like a food truck. It's crazy.
And they're all so good.
Yeah.
Have we had any misses yet? It's only been like 4 meals, but...
No, yeah, I mean, we had like tacos, empanadas, like, yeah, it's all going to be good
Farmer's
stuff.
market.
Yeah. I will say, though, I kind of didn't realize until for a while, like I landed on the plane, got back to your apartment, whatever, hung out there for a while, and then as we went out for the first time, I was like, oh man, it's hot today. And I'm like, whoo, this all the time. Although I guess it's like, this is hot season.
And well, incredibly, Molly and I had both commented that morning on how it was a relatively temperate day.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like-
Molly was telling me, she was like, oh, yeah, that was the coolest day since I've been here. And then when she drove me to work this morning, it was like 72. She's like, that is a record low for my time in Texas.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to get out of the super hot stuff. I'm looking forward to what is... I mean, I imagine there's a lot less seasonal variability down in Texas as there is in New England.
Mm-hmm.
People move there for that shit, the fall colors and whatnot. So I imagine that we're going to have a lot less of a severe change, which I think means a gradual, slow slope through 80s and 70s and high 60s.
Yeah.
I think it's a brutal summer, comparatively a short winter, and I hope long falls and springs with that comfortable weather.
A winter of high 60s sounds pretty nice.
Oh, well, by the time it's winter, I mean, I think they do have 40s, but they get 60s
it
a
is
lot more
still
than
deserty.
we do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But yeah, no, the city is, I mean, there's just so much to do. Beautiful parks, beautiful people all over the place. Just, yeah, it's a good time.
Still got a little more lined up. We'll do Barton Springs maybe Friday after another Zilker trip.
Hell yeah,
We'll
catch
see.
us there.
That'll be 1 week until the neuroscience exam, so we will see how many classmates are free. But
Right, and this episode will be out, so all of our listeners in Texas, like, meet us up there.
Oh, yeah. This is going out in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Whatever's immediately after this.
Oh, the
We
plane took a lot out of me, guys. We're a little late to the mics this time.
It's got to be a flawless recording, straight through, no edits. You just
No
gotta
edits,
put
dude.
the audio effects on, put in the title screen, and add a jingle.
Right. No, dude, our fans are used to very highly edited, very procured content. I don't know if we can just, like, do this sudden hit in quality.
Transitions, music, all sorts of things.
Dude, it's crazy. We've, like, put up episodes late or, like, uploads have failed, so they went up late. It's happened before, but we've gone now 91 weeks once this is up and not missing a week.
At most a day, I think.
Exactly.
Like a Tuesday instead
I
of
can't
Monday.
believe that. That's some crazy shit. Through, like, going off on vacations and stuff, we've somehow managed.
Vacations, living in different states at least the whole time.
Yeah.
Like 2 states away, cross through Rhode Island to get to me.
Dude, I know so many podcasts that make a living's worth of money, sometimes for multiple people, sometimes for a whole team of people that have missed weeks. We're suckers,
And I think that
dude.
makes us superior.
Yeah, and I think it makes us the better podcast. Consistency above all else is what makes a good podcast. Content, second.
And advertisers, first and a half.
Right.
Who's our sponsor this week?
Well,
Holiday Inn Express.
as I say, how much effort we put in and how this will be no different. We're definitely not going back to recording a separate ad that I'm throwing in the middle of this episode.
No, we aren't.
Okay.
We're just ad-libbing it.
Okay,
Get
word.
it?
Yeah, Holiday Inn Express. That's not where I'm staying, so don't dox me. But, dude, I'm just saying, we have a lot of fans in Texas, and if we give out where my hotel is, dude,
It's going to be mobbed.
I'm going to be swamped for the rest of the week. This
We
is going to
signing
be no
signatures
good.
just to get to the Uber for work.
Exactly, dude. I've been wearing a Che Guevara big nose and mustache around just because I don't want anyone to recognize me.
You got to
It's
switch
tough
it
out
up to
on
the
these
Castro.
streets.
You brought a spare Castro, right?
Oh, yeah. I brought several outfits, basically. Yeah.
You've got the Stalin.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
There's a theme here with
Yeah,
the
exactly.
disguises that you have, so as
Yeah.
to not attract attention.
Yeah, I have a Xi Jinping costume.
Oh, well, this one's getting demonetized.
No, he's our patron, dude. It's because I'm such a big fan.
Oh, that would be awesome. I might change my tune if we had one sponsor and it was the Chinese government.
Yeah. Now we're double remonetized.
I'm not above it, G. You can make me sing.
Yeah, we appeal to the Chinese markets. Can't be mad at that.
We could hire John Cena to do voiceovers for our podcast.
Dude, yeah, well, I'm working on it. I've called his guy. My guy has called his guy. We're talking. John's interested, but
Sexting a little bit, but no news.
yeah, exactly. I haven't sent him any news because I'm trying to be coy. I'm trying to play a little hard to get him on the pod.
The way you said that makes it sound as if you have received some.
I don't kiss and tell. So we'll leave it at that. But I will say, for the record,
I may not kiss and tell, but I see lip imprints on your phone screen.
from kissing John Cena's nudes.
And now telling,
Oh, John.
I've trapped you.
No. Those lip imprints are from an entirely different purpose, but that may be a tale for another time. Yeah, I'm running a new app that scans your lips to unlock your phone because your lips are actually more unique than your fingerprints. Did you know that?
What about that cold sore? Is that going to throw it off?
That's why you have to get the whole lip on. Like, you kind of roll it on your face a couple times before it works.
I gotcha.
And also, like, pucker your lips, like, purse them in a duck face, like, oh, that was a huge
every mood.
plosive into
You can
the
record
mic.
a lip for every emotion.
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
You're never locked out.
Yeah, exactly. And you can also register tears falling onto the phone because those are also incredibly unique to your individual person.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So
Where
if
can I
you're
invest?
so if you're kissing John Cena's nudes and crying, that's how you unlock your phone.
Wait, to unlock it? That means
Yeah,
that has to be your
Your
phone lock
wallpaper.
screen.
Yeah, precisely.
That's the one hole in the business model so far.
I don't know. Who's not proud? Dude, if I had John Cena's nudes, yeah, that's my wallpaper now. I'm sorry. If I was the only one on earth who had them.
I'm going to have to get to the deep web just to find some of those, provide them to you, and make you follow through on that.
Yeah, and then I have to make this impossible app. First, I have to invent a phone that can do it, and then I'll make the app.
Yeah, just some chemo receptors on the screen.
Yeah, and to test it, I'll have to cry.
Well, I'll have John Cena's nudes to you by that point. So
Okay, so that should be easy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's the easy step.
Yeah,
Practically
true.
checked off already.
Yeah, what would be harder, getting nudes of John Cena or inventing an app that could do this?
Probably the app.
Yeah, probably the app, I would say.
I think so.
Yeah.
Speaking of computer shit that
Couple
I need
of fellas
to do.
mission, and we will change our logo if we do this. If someone out there can get us John Cena's actual nudes with proof that they are not doctored.
Signed.
Yeah, and signed. We will change our thumbnail to that.
Metadata has to say John Cena. I guess
Yeah,
it would just be all blank metadata because you can't see him.
that's true.
How are you going to prove that this picture's
That's-
from him if he's untraceable?
That's why the nudes haven't leaked, because you can't see him.
It's just a picture of the wall behind where he
people
would
have gotten
be.
damn close. Like, they could have sworn that they snapped the pic, but there he is, like a
But
vampire.
when they developed the photo, it was just nothing there.
Was he ever real at all?
John Cena, vampire penis. Can we get some Hollywood backing on this movie project?
I think it could work. And John will clearly do
A
whatever
vampenis?
movie, so, like, I think he's on board.
I bet Vampenis would do good numbers in China.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we appeal to the Chinese market,
Then we've got him.
I think we've got him.
All right, there's the
down.
couple of fellows' business plan. Flawless. Stamp it, seal it, put it in the mail. That's ready to go.
That's our next big project, is a feature film about John Cena's penis.
And its status as a vampire.
Right. That's also
It's a
an
critical
important detail.
detail. At least we crack ourselves up.
Right, true.
Actually, this is such a good idea. I think this is the podcast that we should start advertising that we have a podcast with.
You think so?
Yeah.
This is the one we throw out there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, evidently we have been traced. Hi, listeners. You know who you are.
Yeah.
From the one time ever on Instagram where we like tagged in a story.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that link has been made. We doxed ourselves. It's time to go whole hog and market this bad boy.
Push it to the limit.
Push it real good.
Mm.
So, what is that, an Instagram post? We should hire a billboard.
Yeah, dude. We should get an Austin billboard.
In, like, one of the towns in the U.S. with the least population.
I would almost rather... Because billboards are, like, surprisingly inexpensive. $200.
I think this could be fun.
If we got I might rather put a billboard than a post on Instagram.
I kind of agree.
I kind of
would
would
it's
rather
not the people I know.
I kind of want strangers to know about it. Exactly, dude. I don't want people talking. Yeah.
Should we put an ad in the classified and get all of the 60+ listeners?
And to be fair, the thing is, the people who do know about the podcast, who I do know, and when they bring it up to me, it makes me very happy.
It really is nice.
But I don't want but these are my chosen few. My Instagram feed is not my chosen people.
And those 2 and 3 degrees removed from me who found us.
Yes. But that's a fair spread because, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, yeah, our last guest, or I guess more specifically your last guest, met us, or had known about the podcast before meeting you.
Crazy. We've turned a corner without
Wild.
any advertising. That's just word of mouth, baby. You don't get these kind of numbers inorganically.
We're spreading like fire, dude.
We're at, what, 14, 15 active listeners, maybe 9 or 10?
And climbing.
Yeah, that's the it's an upward growth, and that plus our consistency, game winning.
Yeah, exactly. Can't fail. Clear eyes, full heart.
We should look into the billboard thing, honestly. That might be funny.
That could be pretty funny.
And if we really nail it, it might go viral.
I might post that on Instagram if we made a billboard for our podcast.
100%.
I feel like that'll give me
just our face logos. That makes it the easiest to find in a list, but like a clip. I don't know many podcasts that do billboard. Not an audio clip.
An audio billboard.
A quote. Frick off. In audio as you drive by. Yeah. You know how some roads have grooves in them that can play like a musical melody?
Mm.
We could take a couple miles of highway.
Oh my God.
And have that engraved so that as you drive over it between 60 and 62 miles an hour, you hear our podcast.
Like it's a giant long record and the car's tires are the needle.
Correct.
Wow. Simply brilliant. Have you ever watched that OK Go music video where they do their... Oh my God, I love that thing.
Unbelievable. Yeah, check out OK Go videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
definitely
needing/getting if you haven't seen it. It was a Super Bowl ad, but also it's amazing.
Yeah, they're wild. Their videos are all nuts. But back to this brilliant business proposition.
Right, of course.
Engraving the highways might be tricky.
Right.
And people might get upset.
Yeah. If you could do it anywhere, it's Austin.
Well, if we find a strip of highway that doesn't have the run off the road strip, like the vibrate part, then we could say we're doing it just for safety as like a community service project.
Right.
And then we could manually chisel our audio clip into the concrete.
You know what else about this? Why this is genius on a real level? If companies were paying for advertising space on streets through this groove system, they would have a financial interest in keeping those streets well protected.
Like the protect a highway or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like there would be actual money just going to like infrastructure like that to like support these bridges and streets that companies are paying willingly because they're getting advertising out of it.
Should we try and engineer a prototype? Because there needs to be a way to like input an audio file.
Yeah.
And then have it output the groove presser that you need, or some system that has a bunch of different tones worth.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna, when you have lower
you're gonna have to
resolution,
re-engineer wheels, dude. Rubber is terrible at like.
It works enough.
Does it?
Enough to get the words, maybe not the tone.
I don't
it's
even
probably
think so.
an impossible. No, because there are musical ones. There are ones that play different songs. I've seen like
rubber needles.
No, rubber wheels on roads with grooves cut into them.
Oh, right.
That's the tech we're talking about.
Yeah.
We don't need to line it with vinyl.
Yeah, of course. I was thinking, yeah.
But if you could, when you reduce the resolution of an electrical signal, you go from having a shitload of data points in a smooth curve to a blockier, steppier type graph.
Right.
If you can do that in a way that like you hit a sweet spot that maintains what the hell is being said.
Yeah.
And a reasonable number of like widths that you would need to groove into the concrete, then you might be able to get a system like how there are big trucks with paint spraying is like the thing they are built to do.
Yes.
You could have a truck that drives along as a highway is
like a printer.
Basically, and like different. Yeah, you could easy enough with code. You could convert the audio thing into like the instructions and spacing, and it would just have to use the different presses.
What I could see for this is not as much distinguishable language being produced from these grooves, but I could see it as a very unique form of just like music. Like if someone basically like a fully
that's been proven.
A fully percussion song, but like you have like popular artists who are making like road songs that you drive over. It's like, oh, I fucking love this.
That would be such an attraction.
It's such a sick beat.
What should like the you know how there's so much of the middle America that's got the highway roadside attraction, that whole Americana vibe of like these forgotten towns. Those towns should put these in, and then way better than the world's largest hay bale, that shit will get people to take a turn off the highway.
Yeah, true.
Like, I want to go check out the new Taylor Swift single. We have to hit Hokey Toke, Iowa now.
Yeah, you'd hear a lot of TikTok rappers rapping over the street bumps.
Honestly, you would.
Yeah, although it would be very fun, or if you're just like, oh, I don't like this song, I want to skip it, and then you just accelerate triple speed.
It just speeds up.
Yeah, exactly.
Alvin and the Chipmunks version.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I want to hear their new Christmas single. You just drive the Mariah Carey lane at 90.
Yeah, just be like, bro, that song sucks unless you listen to it at 70 miles per hour. That's the only way it's good.
That'd be a cool way to sample stuff, too, for music producers. You drive over it at 35 versus 50.
Yeah.
This might be brilliant, Steve.
Yeah, this could work.
We got to hit up Richard.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's our business expert.
Yeah, he's our
Not
guru.
anything related to highway infrastructure, but that's okay.
Dude.
Business skills, transferable, right?
Is Richard still listening?
I hope he is. I hope he texts me about this.
Dude,
What's up,
after
buddy?
listening to you guys talk, and then you were like, yeah, dude, he was considering like doing a podcast, and he like was asking me for tips, and I was like, it is so funny that this guy thinks he has anything to learn from either one of us.
Yeah, I think that's how I presented it too.
Yeah.
It's like, these are the types of things. These are the types of like you're probably gonna get nicer mics than we have and could.
I don't know. These things are.
They do the job.
They're pretty good.
But that was basically what I said. Yeah, you get the mics from Amazon. I like this recorder because it does a good job of recording high fidelity audio versus like iPhone recorder.
Right.
And yeah, especially if he's gonna have someone else doing the back end production side. There's not like he needs to learn a lot. It's really just buy the right equipment and start.
Right.
And the right equipment is a huge swath of potentially perfect stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not hard to purchase the right stuff.
To purchase quality
But I really do
stuff.
appreciate him reaching out. It means something about our podcast, at least, that someone would actually come to us for legitimate advice about doing it.
Yeah. Hey, man, I think it sounds good.
I put on the audio effects afterwards just for a bit of it.
Yeah.
And played it on and off with both of them.
Yeah.
And he and Molly were like, oh, yeah, no, that actually does sound a lot better. So
Hell
I
yeah.
guess we're doing the right thing there.
Yeah, dude, we're a couple of audio engineers.
We're at least engineers.
Yeah.
At what point am I no longer an engineer? Is that like a Husky forever type thing?
Yeah, once you have the degree, are you then and therefore an engineer for the rest of your life?
Or like now that I'm in school for a different profession, is that done?
Yeah.
Once I start practicing that
Because you would always
profession?
be a doctor once you become a doctor. Even if you're not practicing medicine, right?
Yeah.
But that's a title.
Is engineer a title? Not formally.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen Webb, ENG.
You ever going to become a doctor?
No.
I expect PhD more than MD, but there's a lot of kinds of doctorates.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. School.
Managerial, business, stuff paid for by companies down the line.
Maybe a master's, but even then, I'm like, if I don't need it, which I probably don't.
You definitely don't need it.
Yeah.
It would open other doors, but if you like the doors you have, you don't. Then you like, what's the point?
I would more likely see myself going back to school for something I'm like interested in. Like when I could just like
that would
when
be
I could
sweet.
afford some like some
Take some
college
classes.
credits and stuff, yeah, or whatever.
When you have that would be awesome.
And if I had like the spare time and was really interested in something,
it would be really cool.
Even if I was just going to like community college, like nearby or something.
But like even as I'm thinking engineer track for you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how business or managerial shifts.
I don't know if it would be. I mean, like I would get a master's for work at some point, maybe, probably. But if it was offered like and paid for,
Oh yeah, no,
like, but
taking a different route. I'm just saying, assuming you stay in the field of engineering,
right, more
tangentially,
realistically, yeah.
Then it would be really cool if you got to the point of flexibility, especially as like a senior engineer or a senior manager, where you could work 4 days a week and take a class on the other one just to like build out your knowledge and utility. Like, I'm interested in this, or this will allow me to do this part of the job. Like, it would be cool to be able to survey courses just for what you can get out of them.
Dude, I work with some PhDs.
Especially if it can dovetail into like career useful stuff, even as just classes, not a whole degree.
No, if I was going to take classes now, I think I would just keep doing it for the degree, because it wouldn't be that bad. I don't think, like,
you'd be able to choose.
You can get a master's relatively quickly.
Yeah, I mean, there's 6 or 7 1-year master's programs.
Yeah, exactly.
I did a 1-year master's.
Yeah, although with a job it's tough, but
I was a substitute teacher full time for my master's.
That's true. That's wild. I can't believe. Yeah, by accident.
Oops.
Yeah.
I've had some hustles.
Yeah, you have, dude. Yeah, I think you had 3 jobs when we lived together. Maybe 4.
I think 3. It was tutoring, Frog Bridge, the Ninja Warrior stuff.
Bouncing.
And bouncing.
Yeah, right.
At least those 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we count the side gig bouncing as a 4th. Like, not through the bar.
No, I wouldn't say so. But, yeah.
Oh, that was a highlight.
A billion credits at the same time. Wild.
Who was that?
Who's that guy?
Who is he?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, how are we going to advertise? Because I will do a billboard.
Oh. Yeah, billboard seems like the easiest and most straightforward. We just got to get something on there.
It's got to be something funny.
Yeah, exactly.
If we come up with a funny billboard, that could work wonders.
Yeah.
What's crazy is going to be seeing numbers. If even literally 100 people checked it out, for a billboard on a highway, that's like pretty reasonable, I would think, just out of curiosity. But if even 100 people check it out, we're going to see a number like a 900% increase in listenership. We're going to see stupid stats.
Dude, I was listening to some FM radio recently, and they had ads for podcasts.
That's an interesting... I don't know. It feels like that's a competitor, right?
Yeah, exactly. It seems strange. It's like seeing a cartoon or an advertisement for Cartoon Network when you're watching Nickelodeon. Like, this.
Did that ever happen, or is that just a perfect analogy?
I think that I saw a few Nickelodeon commercials on Cartoon Network as a kid, and it was always like, "This is strange. This doesn't belong."
Your brain
here.
on Nick.
SpongeBob doesn't belong after Billy and Mandy. These two don't go together.
One of these things is not like the other one.
These two things are not alike.
That's about the functioning my 8-year-old brain had.
Yeah. I think it was enough.
I've told you I used to go, like, specifically on days when my bus was running on time.
Wait, I think I know the other this one. You timed it perfectly so that you could catch the crazy frog commercial.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Insane.
That shit's so funny.
That's so precise. That's incredible.
It was at like 2:54 or whatever.
Dude,
every day.
Big shouts to the bus driver for being that consistent for you.
Enough times that it was like something I tried to do.
Yeah, that you could count on.
Or if I was close, I would run into the house.
Dude, my bus driver was pretty reliable too. I mean, he had his like later days, but I remember I would leave the house at 7:42 a.m. every morning. Like on the dot. It was 7:42 is when I would leave, and like we got it to like we realized that was the optimal time to go. You'll never get left behind, and you'll often get there like
right
as
on
the
time.
bus. Yeah, when he's like early, you're getting there as he's like pulling up.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Although I will say my childhood bus stop was probably the coldest place on earth somehow. Somehow
You're gonna have to tell your kids about that. How you walked uphill to your bus stop and uphill home at the end of the day.
I definitely walked uphill home. Oh my god! But the worst was when I was running late one morning, and I was late for the bus, and for whatever reason I had a saddlebag backpack. Don't ever do that, kids.
You're so cool.
You're screwing yourself. You don't look cool. Maybe they're not even in style anymore. I feel like they might not be, but I had one of those, and I was running down a pretty steep hill to get to the bus, and this thing is swinging, throwing my like center of balance off because it's not stationary in the center of you. It's a large weight dangling off the side of you, and I totally ate shit going down the going down the street. Scraped up my legs real bad. Had to go to the nurse as soon as I got in. The girl who's at my bus stop was like laughing at me, making fun of me. Yeah, it was something else. So yeah, PSA, no saddlebags. Sorry, what were you about to say?
I've always lived, I think, so rurally that my bus stop was the end of my driveway. I think everywhere.
Wow.
Except maybe.
Must be fucking nice.
I mean, my driveway in Killingly was, you've been there, 350 feet long. That still sucks in a blizzard.
Yeah, that's not great.
But yeah, most of the time, there might have been when I was in like first and second grade in California, in that like suburby spread, we might have had a bus stop. But I'll be honest, I don't remember. It actually might have been like a drop-off pickup type of school. I don't know if I had a bus route.
You'll have to ask your mom. She'll know.
She probably won't.
Okay.
She's definitely got some deafness.
Yeah.
We've known that for years. You've known that
She didn't hear the bus coming.
Yeah, exactly the problem. But I think we're starting to get to the point where we like misremember things, and I'm pretty confident that I have the right order of stuff.
Right, gotcha.
Like, that is not how that went down, Mom.
My mom does that to my dad all the time because we're a classic sitcom family.
Give me an example.
I
just checks him?
I don't know a specific example, but my mom will just like correct my dad on like stories he's telling or things he's remembering or whatever, and he'll be like, and I feel like sometimes she's wrong, and it's most of the time she's probably right, but there have been enough times where it's wrong that now every time it happens, my dad accuses her of gaslighting. Everyone's favorite term.
That's fucking
She's
hysterical.
gaslighting me.
You see what she's doing?
Yeah. She's always gaslighting me.
That seems like one of the sustained joys that longtime married people have, especially usually in one direction.
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure. I mean, my dad, for sure, my mom did that for him because he exaggerates.
Right.
We know this.
He spins yarns.
Yeah. He's a good storyteller. But
absolutely.
Same way Bert Kreischer do it. It's maybe the core thread is there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, his movie, Wrapped Shooting,
oh yeah,
a couple weeks back, I'm excited to see it. It's
what
the
is
machine.
It?
It's the Machine story in Russia. But
a film?
Yeah, a full film.
Is he in it?
With like, yes. With like Lionsgate, and I think
does he play himself?
Mark Hamill is in it.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
He plays himself. I'm pretty sure that it's like a 25 years later story.
Okay.
So I think Mark Hamill plays his dad.
It's the sequel to The Machine.
Exactly. He goes back to Russia, I think.
All right, I'm hyped for this now.
But yeah, no, it's like a full motion picture. Like he was there for months. It's got legitimate studios and actors.
Holy cow!
It is gonna be big.
Oh yeah, dude. Is this on Netflix? Where's it going?
I have no idea. It might be theater release.
Can we see it in IMAX 3D?
Fly to Austin again.
Cool.
I guess it would be like a spring 2022 movie, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know how long post-production takes.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of just stuff coming out, there was a PlayStation event recently. Quick video game corner. And yeah, Spider-Man 2 got announced, God of War got announced, or not announced, but like got a trailer and everything. But these games, man, COVID hit them hard, and they're being pushed back further and further.
Oh, are these supposed to be like 2021 games?
I mean, maybe at some point, but they're definitely not anymore. But yeah, no, I don't know when I'm gonna buy another console because they're still so expensive, still pretty hard to find. And I feel like there's just not a lot of stuff coming out for him to like spend $500, especially not PlayStation. Surprisingly enough, if I had to buy one right now, I'm probably going Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
We at least have gaming PCs.
Yeah. Well, and there you go.
I wish I had the time.
Yeah.
But that time, or what it would be, is taken by D&D still.
Right. Yeah, D&D, and then lately I've been playing Final Fantasy 14, which is free. So like.
Brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
More flawless business moves.
Yeah.
One of my classmates' husbands has a PS5, so I think I'm going to start hanging out with him to play
dude.
video games.
Did you ever have, or do you think you ever were that kid who like you basically only hung out with them because they had the coolest stuff?
Nope.
No.
I don't think so. And a lot of that is, again, probably because I lived in like neighborhoods, not suburbs for the most part. So
you hung out with whoever was around.
There was like the 6 to 10 kids in whatever given neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's your squad.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean they didn't have cool stuff, but
yeah, definitely, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like there was not people who I did that for with an extended period of time, but I think that there probably were people who I definitely chose to hang out with who I probably wouldn't have otherwise, or didn't really like all that much because they had cool stuff.
They had Dance Dance Revolution. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to pass up this golden opportunity, okay? This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. To play Shadow the Hedgehog, dude, I don't have that game.
Oh, come on.
And
That's
he's
so
the coolest
sick.
of the hedgehogs.
I wonder how many games, looking back over the last 20 years, or 15 years, and multiple states of moving for me especially, how many games of Friends I still have and how many of my games friends still have, just that got like lost on loan.
Yeah, traded and stuff.
It's maybe as good as like a half dozen or more, honestly.
Dude, that was one of the cool things about, mostly that happened in high school for me, was trading games with friends. What a sick little system you could have go and just like borrow. You could feasibly double or triple the amount of games you've played just by like passing them out to like different friends and stuff.
Yep.
I will say though, this one kid, I'm not gonna give his full name, but Tom, if you're listening, you're probably not. We haven't talked since high school. When you let me borrow your Assassin's Creed in 7th grade, I totally scratched it and I gave it right back to you and acted like I had no idea what happened to it and that it worked for me the whole time. And I'm glad to finally come clean about this.
Incredibly.
I know, dude. I was a coward.
I have a high school story that parallels it.
Oh, yeah? How does yours go?
A good buddy. I'll try not to... I'll call him H because it's even more limiting a name than Tom.
Okay.
Borrowed, I think, Mafia 2, and my console ate it. Did like a scratch down it, and it was the weirdest piece of damage because when I turned it back, I heard it like, oh no.
Oh, jeez.
A friend's game. Fired it back up, turned it on, and 3/4 of the game seemed fine, but there was a big section of map where all of the textures were just gone.
No.
So I drove along the highway, hit the edge of the world, and then just fell off.
Oh.
Like until stage death.
That's so
just
strange.
A piece of the map got wiped off.
Yeah. But the game was still fully functional otherwise?
Otherwise, yeah.
That is that is an incredibly odd.
So I played a bunch more of it, returned it, and was like, "Oh, that's crazy." That definitely wasn't happening when it was in my Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, H.
Yeah.
I was a coward in high school, also.
Man, and it's not because I was negligent. I don't think. I think it was probably a similar thing. Like my Xbox just screwed it.
I didn't F it up.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, borrowing games was a real pleasure.
Pretty sure he has one or two of the ones I've lost.
Oh,
so
I'm
like
sure.
we're cool. We're square.
Yeah, exactly. We're all square. All's fair in love and square.
Anyway, you want to take a little mid-episode Would You Rather pivot?
Yeah, sure.
Take a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, let's do it.
First one I see, prepare for hand-to-hand combat. Choose your weapon.
Oh, it's hands, right? You can't use a weapon.
I think that can. Fine for you.
To answer is to lose.
I am going to go ahead and put on those like pointy claw end of your finger things that cinch around your hands, and I'm still calling it hand-to-hand. Good luck, motherfucker.
I'm going to get comically large boxing gloves.
Hulk hands, but heavy?
Yeah, but no, like Hulk hands, but like huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bigger than the hands of Hulk?
Bigger than... No, about that size maybe. Like the actual Hulk, like maybe that size hands, yeah.
You feel like his hands are bigger than the Hulk hands we got?
Those
are pretty gigantic hands.
Have you seen the Hulk, dude?
Several times.
Yeah, like I feel like he could like pinch your head like a fucking grape.
I feel like if you could open that hand, it would be able to thumb and finger lift you by your head.
No way. All right. Quick poll, everyone, comment down below. Whose hands are bigger? The Hulk hands of the toy variety or actual Bruce Banner transformed into the Hulk, his hands, are they roughly the same, or does one far outclass the other in size?
I'm glad you phrased it that way, because otherwise, fuck you. Are they roughly the same?
Yeah.
There's a margin of tolerance that we'll accept here.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're less than twice as big, then like I'm gonna call it
less than twice. So
even 1.5. They go from what 9 inches tall to 13. That's not crazy. They're already gigantic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fine, 30%.
30% fine. I could take 30%.
Should have taken 50%.
No, dude. I've accepted your offer.
You are the businessman.
And a deal has been struck.
You are the businessman here.
I read a book about negotiation.
All right,
once.
so Steve has Hulk hands, and I've got Black Panther claws.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
You're screwed. Sorry.
Easy. You've taken over the world. What now?
Make these Hulk hands. And then I can never be dethroned. If I have these perfect hand-to-hand weapons made, no one will ever be able to topple my empire.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What about you?
Just taking over the world. I'm going to try and take more of a serious approach to it and see what would be the actual first step.
3 Hulk hands?
Make the Hulk cock prosthetic.
Yeah. Oh, Hulk hands and feet. That'd be a good one, too.
Looking like the world's worst Hobbit cosplay. Yeah. First step, if you just took over the world.
Yeah. This is post taking over the world, yeah.
Try and find a whole bunch of people. I guess this would have happened on the way up, but like a whole bunch of people that were already upper level echelons of institutions and science and government that seem to be not shitty to their core and would like to try and figure out a better way to make things good. Like, try to find a squad, because I know immediately I am not the dictator to dictate all things myself.
Oh, so your first
I
thing
need
is to
an
figure out
expert
how to
squad.
delegate. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Delegation is got to be the number one personality trait for a successful dictatorship.
Right.
It
because
has to be.
Taking over the world is easy, but making friends, that's hard.
That can be the tagline for the John Cena Vampcock movie. Vampinus.
Yeah, so at this point in the story, at the beginning, John Cena has already taken over the world and converted everybody into vampires. But now he can't find a friend. And he keeps sending people nudes, but it doesn't work.
Because they can't see them.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, they would totally
Yeah, but now
him.
he needs to fall in love.
By the end of this podcast...
Every little thing she does is magic. Dude, that's going to be the song that's playing as he's like trying to find his vampire girlfriend.
Clothed except for waist to knees.
Yeah.
He's got pants from ankle to knee.
That's good. That's
the
good.
bottom half of the zip-up pants.
Yeah, exactly. And they're neon so people can see him.
When he reads the script, that's the part he's going to stop at and say, why do they have to be neon?
Yeah.
We're going to have a screenplay by the end of this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to have a table read by the end of the week.
That'll be the next episode.
That's the next episode of the podcast.
We should get together a few more times this week and record several more of these.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think that's our plan for Saturdays, to try and rip out, what, like 3 back-to-back at least?
Yeah, oh yeah, we should record as much as we can this week for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Discord's lame. Anyway, would you rather be the best martial artist the world has ever known, or be the best video game maker in the world, like the visionary creator of?
Oh, man.
I know this one would hit you.
That one is... oh my god, the duality of man on full display.
Yeah.
Video game maker.
Okay.
I
Tell
think
me why.
so.
Develop
I think
it.
so. Okay.
Develop that idea.
So being sick of karate is cool, for sure. No one can beat you in a hand-to-hand fight, but like at some point you're just the best MMA fighter in the world. Because like what else are you going to do with that kind of skill? Get into fights with people? Yeah, sure.
A lot of them have.
Yeah.
And if you're the best in the world, my guess is that you will be in demand for movies.
But movies are like, yeah, I mean, I guess it would be
fun.
cool to be in movies, but it's not like that's real fighting. That's just like choreographed fighting. You know what I mean? It would, and I don't see much utility. Whereas I think that maybe it just speaks to me that being a creator, having the skills to be a creator of a video game is a more appealing career for me than being a professional fighter. But yeah, I think that especially because games can be so creative, and just being able to have such a creative mind to make the best games in the world. And
that's pretty true.
Like all this fun stuff that you can create for yourself.
Make something like The Witcher, make something like Mario Odyssey, and make something like Super Smash Bros. But it's all one guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say that one more than the best Karate Man in the world.
Karate Man feels a little bit
reductive.
Is the word.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. You might have sold me on it, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's
Were
not
you
a lot
leaning towards Fighty Boy first?
I don't know. I feel like there is more to do with that than giving it credit.
Right, true.
Like Van Damme being in commercials is nifty, maybe not a deciding factor, but you could do a lot and it would open a lot of very, very cool doors, especially in terms of like guest spaces on other sports things or in movies or just in entertainment in general. Like if you're the best martial artist, you can do a martial arts cross anything you want and become a successful YouTuber at it.
Right.
You could do martial art. You could be the best martial artist who Twitch streams and you could be shitty at it, but like you'll have like you could do almost anything with the notoriety of being the absolute best.
You know what I will say though? Both of these skill sets could get you incredibly rich, right? If you're winning karate tournaments and you're doing movies, you're going to make a lot of money, Jackie Chan, whatever. But if you make all the best video games in the world and everybody loves them, you will be probably richer and you will have less fame. You'll be less in the public eye. Like think about the most popular games and game creators of all time. Minecraft is the best spelling game of all time. Notch outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce for the most expensive house in Beverly Hills. But he can walk down the street, and I don't think he's getting like swarmed by people.
That's super
Shigeru
true.
Miyamoto, who made like Mario and Zelda. Sure, there's a lot of people who know who he is, but like if he comes to like LA or something, I don't think he's getting stopped everywhere all the time. Like, oh my God, Shigeru Miyamoto.
That's true.
But if you're a famous actor and athlete, your entire thing is like people know exactly who you are.
Which again, double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It gives you a whole lot of freedom to do what you want to do. If it's a cooking show, if it's a travel, like you'll have a draw and you can find an angle.
Right.
It's interesting that being the best martial artist, neither of us are considering for the own merits of just being the best martial artist.
I mean, yeah.
We're like, what are all the secondary benefits that come of this?
Yeah, but I already have fun doing martial arts and I'm not the best. So it's like, is being the best going to make it more fun? I don't think so.
You have more confidence and self-esteem.
My confidence and self-esteem in my ability to fight off strangers is pretty good.
That's what you say until you have to fight off a stranger.
Right. I think it'd go fine. Of course,
right,
I would
we're putting out that call. Any
any
fans want to hire a stranger to fight Steve on the street?
Oh,
has to be by
God.
surprise.
Yeah. No. It has to be a full proper duel.
A duel?
Well, not like a gun like 10 paces duel, but like
hand-to-hand combat. Choose
yeah,
your
exactly.
Weapon.
I have to accept the fight,
Hulk
which
hands.
I will.
Hulk hands.
Yeah, you have to bring 2 sets of Hulk hands though.
But then you get to fight Steve.
And then you can fight me all you want. I would, yeah.
That's like when you go to a carnival or there's a field day at Yukon or something and they have the, inflatable baton thing where you knock each other off or sumo where you just get to kind of, without damage, pummel the shit out of each other.
Dude, this reminds me of 2 stories. One of them was like a 12th birthday of this like kid I knew. And we're all hanging out. We're having a sleepover, whatever. He gets sock and boppers for his birthday. And we were all having like sock and bopper fights, because it's fun. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The inflatable version of Hulk hands.
Yeah, exactly. Except for the fact that one of the sock and bopper fights got too serious, and despite the fact that it was a sock and bopper, this kid was basically getting ground and pound by the birthday boy. And so we're all in a tough spot, right? Because
it's his birthday.
He gets off of him. The kid's like crying. He feels terrible.
What age is this?
Probably like 11, 12 maybe. And now we're like, well, we do feel bad for that guy, but it is his birthday after all. Like the room was pretty split.
Which side were you on?
Oh, the thing is, I don't think anybody really took anyone's side. I think we were all too uncomfortable. That
was sick, man. High five the birthday boy.
We all huddled in the middle like, oh, dude, you probably shouldn't have done that.
If it wasn't your birthday,
I'm not trying to like, yeah, I'm
you'd
not
be
trying
in
to
trouble.
blow up your spot or nothing, but that kind of wasn't chill. Yeah, and then the other sumo suits. I remember just end of year project graduation, I was sumo suit wrestling a friend of mine who you've met, who maybe will be on the podcast one day. Shout out to Mike back home. What's up, buddy?
Hey, yo.
And he still remembers this too. And he had a full lat drop on me because he was probably our like 135 pounder or something, and I was like the 195 pounder. And he fully lat dropped me in a sumo suit, and that was that.
End of that round?
Yeah, and then we never sumo wrestled again.
Oh.
He always will have that on me until that rare opportunity comes up.
Your bachelor party.
Yeah, exactly. We got to settle the score once and for all, Mike. Lat drops me again. All right.
Consider it settled.
Yeah. I'm in a 3 out of 5.
I'll be honest. I don't know that I've ever had an idea that I was excited about for a bachelor party until right this moment.
Right.
Super sincerely, I want you to keep that at least in the deck of cards for ideas when it inevitably falls to you to work on that for me.
Yeah.
The sumo suit, like if we can get that inflated in a hotel room where we're all staying, come on.
Right, yeah.
Or even better, not in a place where we're liable for damages.
Yeah, we'll definitely get an Airbnb with a backyard.
Perfect. Because what else really stands out? I don't think I'd be a Vegas. I'll go to Vegas for someone else's party, but that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Right.
It's not like, we're going to probably be drinking wherever we go, so that's not the choice.
Yeah, Luke just had his and they went paintballing. That seems like a fucking boatload of fun.
Paintballing would be pretty sweet. I'm going to probably do some kind of a weekend thing.
I was thinking like
a trip, but it doesn't need to be an international trip, like a reasonable trip.
I would think get on the water, rent a boat, maybe something that you could do like
lake house.
Yeah.
With sumos. Lake house might be the move.
Yeah, or even like you can even go to like beachier places that are but like they'll be in like a gulf or a bay or something where the water's calmer and you can just like take like a pontoon out or something, or like a speedboat.
That works.
Yeah.
I think waterside
like
weekend.
When I was in Florida.
But in a place where there's also like a town and bars.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course. Yeah.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
We're going to Estonia.
Is that the place? Is that where all of this exists?
Only place.
Is that the bachelor paradise?
They have pontoons with 3 of the long rods, so like they're just better.
3 of the long rods?
Instead of just the edges.
Oh, right.
No. Yeah, that's open option, but I think that the sumo suit should be on the list as a potential.
Okay. Good to know.
What about you? Anything stand out for your bachelor party? Hulk hands?
Yeah, sock and bopper tournament. If we had enough people and enough of my friends are pretty good at Smash, I would want one legitimate this doesn't have to happen. I could just do this whenever.
Should happen.
But like a legitimate like tournament, like full 2 out of 3 sets, like picking and counter picking rules in play.
100%. Game day scenario.
That could be fun. Yeah. And everyone, you have to let me win. Sorry, but you can't let me know that you let me win.
I was just going to say I'll train for that and for that alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I would expect it to be more than a night probably. That's how they work, I think. As someone who's never been to one.
I think probably that'd be best.
Yeah.
Gives us options.
That could be a good time, though.
So you want to drop it back to lowbrow or keep it fun and speculative?
Let's go lowbrow.
Would you rather every man in the world have an optional extra length of penis, extra inch, length or girth, or would you personally rather never be bit by mosquitoes again? How charitable are you feeling?
The mosquito thing is awfully enticing. And would the world be I guess.
I mean, probably not, because everything is relative.
A lot of guys would be very happy, though.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And it's optional, so you're not going to curse anyone with an 11-inch.
Yeah, it would make a lot of guys a lot happier. And mosquitoes haven't terrorized me before.
They rip me apart.
I think I'm going, give out your dicks.
Thank you.
I'm giving out the dicks.
Thank you for this gift.
Yeah, I will bear the burden of man and mosquito alike, so that every man may, so he choose, have an extra inch of penis.
A true hero.
Yeah.
A man of the people.
Yeah. Agreed. I am a hero now that I think about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps a heroine as well.
Fuck y'all, I'm done with DEET.
I'm done with DEET, baby. Never getting itchy again. No malaria for me.
That'd be pretty great. That'd be really great.
Yeah.
Like, really great. But I think it's hard for me not to take the utilitarian improve happiness thing.
Yeah. I think it would make the world a better place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to lucid dream at will every night or be able to draw anything perfectly from imagination?
Wow. Draw anything perfectly from imagination. That's an insane ability. And the lucid dreaming is cool, but less useful.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty terrible artist, so this is a real 0 to 100 for me.
Right. Yeah. I'm not the greatest artist either. Nor am I the greatest lucid dreamer, so we have a scale on which to compare. But
I'm going to take drawing.
you think so?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that lucid dreaming would quickly lose its appeal if I could do it at will all the time.
Then your imagination is severely stunted.
Right, but the thing is, because even when I lucid dream and I know that I'm dreaming, I figure it out, there is still a
layer of reality that it's hard to crack.
Yeah.
You can't just start matrix spawning things easily.
What is it? There's still a suspension of disbelief somehow, even though I consciously am aware that I'm dreaming. I still can suspend my disbelief and like think that on some level it is real.
You're
but
right.
if this happened every night, I'd just be like the guys in Inception. Like in full control, know exactly what I'm doing, and then at that point it's like, oh, I know this isn't real.
That's when it's the fun.
Although I will say the guy in Inception, he got tricked, kind of, and thought that his wife was real, or was real enough to him that he was willing to stay. So even the professionals can get got by their own dreams.
That's got to be a clip for the front of it.
Okay.
I'll let you know. That's right around 51 minutes in.
Okay.
Definitely put that one up there.
Gotcha.
Would you rather be a furry, a commie, or a Nazi?
Furry.
Okay.
Yeah. Nazi's the worst.
Yeah.
Commie may be more socially acceptable than furry these days.
I think it is. I think it literally is.
But I think that I would be more sad as a communist living in a capitalist system than a furry living in
Furry Wonderland.
America. Yeah, wherever.
Rainforest.
Yeah, and I could like whip out the furry stuff only when I so choose.
All right, I know this is going to bite me when I get it turned around, but
Right.
now you're a furry. What's your fursona going to be? What animal are you leaning towards?
I was going to say giraffe. That's where my mind jumped at first.
That's pretty funny.
That's kind of funny. But what would be the coolest animal to be? Because you don't see gorilla furries. It's a lot of cats, a lot of dogs, and like wolves and stuff like that.
A lot of wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
There are
Like
two
I feel like
wolves inside
majority
you.
wolves.
One is a furry.
Yeah. But yeah, what would my fursona be?
It'd be really funny if someone released a massive
I feel like
sweeping mod
lion
of
works, yeah.
a massive sweeping mod of Persona that is literally same game, but it's all furry costumes.
It's all furries. I hope there's a mod for that. But
Lion?
maybe lion. Lion's pretty cool. What about you?
Now that we've been playing D&D and I'm a druid and can turn into animals, I think I've gotten a little more perspective on what it's like seeing the world through a furry's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably going to stay true with giant octopus.
Wow.
I think it'd be real
There's no
fun
fur.
to just take a right angle.
Don't furries need fur?
Then it's a furry octopus.
It's my own original character.
Yeah, right. I'm going to have to custom pay for him. At least I'll be able to draw it with my perfect sketch abilities.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
So that they can custom make exactly what I need.
Yeah.
I identify as a giant furry octopus.
Wow.
That'd be a fun one. I think I'll just stick with that. Gut instinct.
How does this look? Do you have
They're all armholes. 2 on legs, and then I have 6 armholes, and I can pull them.
Oh, okay.
Pull my arm back through and use a different arm.
I see. So you don't want them like suspended by strings?
No, but I think it would be cool if they had some level of internal structure, so that as I pull it out, it'll stay where I left it.
Oh, you know what you could do?
You know how fun that would be?
You could program it so that each one of your fingers controls a different tentacle.
You know how fucking confusing that would be?
And then just have Arduinos and stuff.
And that's it.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Just wire a couple of those suckers in there and perfect.
No, yeah, you use a bunch of like valve index controllers so they can track each one of your fingers, and that's how you like curl the tentacles and stuff.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Or
it's a great idea, I would say.
Just multiple sleeves that are octopus arms.
Yeah, but then you got 6 limp legs all the time.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know the tubing that you use to vent an air conditioning unit, a standing one through a window?
Sure.
Like that, but with a little bit more structural integrity. And not collapsible so much as just opposable in that way.
Okay.
So that I can bend and angle the arms and then pull my arm back into the suit.
Yeah.
And it stays there.
Dude, if you ever got in a fight in one of those, no one would ever tell where the next punch was going to come from.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It could be coming from anywhere.
And since I'm the world's best karate guy.
Yeah.
It's flawless.
The world's best punch man.
Could you imagine an octopus trained in karate? Imagine it, Steven.
That is a lethal weapon for sure. That can't be killed.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That can't be killed.
It's that simple.
That can't be killed. That's undieable.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, follow up on a similar thread. Would you rather live in communist Russia, imperialist Japan, or Nazi Germany?
Oh boy.
Critical thinking skills activate.
Imperialist Japan, maybe? I mean, was that when they got bombed?
Well, at the end of it, yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to be there.
Bombed.
I mean, yeah, the other ones weren't so great either. What happened in Germany? Not a lot of good stuff, probably, but like, what happened to the citizens of that nation who were not targets of Nazism?
Well, I mean, they got bombed a bunch. Like,
right.
The city of Dresden was firebombed pretty much to completion.
I get Russia wasn't doing great either. They were like slashing, burning their crops and moving further into the cold.
Correct. This isn't a win-win-win scenario.
Yeah, exactly. This is am I getting drafted into the army?
Maybe. I mean, Russia lost a lot of people, so they drafted a lot of people.
Yeah.
Germany drafted all the people, like a lot of people. Japan, everyone fought.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah.
I think Japan, I guess, because they got hit by the 2 nukes or atomic bombs.
But there wasn't a lot
say.
of in-country fighting.
Yeah, I don't think they really fought on their own shores other than those attacks. But I could be wrong. My knowledge of history is incredibly flawed.
I've listened to a handful of the hardcore history, the Dan Carlin ones.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. Highly recommend it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy when you compare that technically we're in the same medium as him.
Right.
But
and doing it better, I would argue.
But anyway.
And surpassing him, so to speak.
I think I'm going to go Japan too.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of on-the-shore fighting.
Right.
Not home island, at least.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be no kamikaze-er, though.
Okay. I think maybe one more will wrap it up. And this one caught my eye because, well, let's see if you get caught at the same point.
Something special.
Would you rather be able to shapeshift into any human?
Good.
Any animal?
Good.
Any object?
Pretty good.
Or any shape?
Any shape.
That's all it says.
I'm imagine like, you know, like in video games, 3D objects have textures that are put over them oftentimes when they're not fully crafted.
Yeah.
Like in N64 was a big thing. The texture of my human just stretched over any shape for the last one.
I opened it up and there is a little more. That's not far off.
Okay.
You ready for option 4?
Sure.
Your body may have a rubber or liquid consistency, can stretch into any size, weight, or shape, may be cut or divided into pieces with a shared sentience and put back together, and is virtually immune to damage, but it is still your own flesh and maintains its natural color. Think Mr. Fantastic.
Right.
Except cutting is also allowed.
Yeah. So it was human, animal,
Yeah, let me know if you
item, or shape.
let me know if you need details on those others, because this guy set out rules.
Okay, if I'm a car, can I drive myself?
Option 3 only includes non-living objects that exist in real life that you have seen depicted before and must be smaller than a large mountain.
A large mountain?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty big.
While you are in this form, you do not need to eat, sleep, or breathe, but you can only see and hear things that are in your immediate vicinity. You can turn into a pile of food or money if desired, but the pieces of you that have been removed will disappear when you revert.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a piece of you is missing. It's that
Yeah.
the individuals that have been taken are gone. So yeah, sure, you can drive yourself.
I can drive myself.
You are the object.
As technology, can I be a missile and shoot myself and then turn into a parachute and slowly drop down?
I guess so.
Okay, I'm going object. I think.
All right,
right?
what if we don't allow you to...
Can I turn parts of myself into objects?
No. What if you can't
I was
interact
going
with
to ask if
the
I could turn my
object?
dick into a bigger dick.
That's not a non-living object.
That's more of the any shape, I guess.
Yeah. Shape is the one for that.
So wait, how is it? What's the limit on shape? Like, could I be the size of this Earth, or the sun,
It
perhaps?
just says any size, weight, or shape. You could have your own gravitational pull.
I could destroy the Earth
That is true.
and become its god emperor.
You're virtually immune to damage.
Yeah. So, I guess I'd need to breathe, but I could hold my breath while destroying the Earth.
I wonder if you could...
And then just my corpse stays. It's like...
You could stretch super, super, super high into the air and then suck the rest of you up to that far point and then turn gigantic and massive and just... Whomp.
Oh, yeah, just stretch and then slingshot yourself to your hand.
Yeah, Luffy.
Yeah. That's pretty good, too.
I kind of like the shape one. I think that's the most fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm going shape.
Oh, I really want to go...
Triangle.
I really want to go to... like Europe right now, just walk up to the beach of anywhere on the Atlantic Ocean and just take one long step over.
You'd be waiting a little while, but it would be funny.
How fast can I change shape? Can I grow as fast as I want?
No.
Why not? How long does it take?
I don't know. About 110 miles an hour.
Okay, so if I want to become the size of the sun, that's going to take quite some time.
That's true. I guess it would be percentage, right? Like a Weber's, so like an exponential increase.
Okay, the bigger you get, the slower you grow.
No, the bigger you get, it's like a percentage of size growth. So it'd be,
So you grow faster and faster.
yes. So you could
Okay.
lose control of it.
So how fast am I getting to Europe if I take one long step?
Now I think that one would be constant if you're stretching out a single thing versus like growing your body.
Sure, let's say I'm keeping the same girth of leg.
Yeah.
And I
then
have a bunch...
about 110 miles an hour.
Okay, cool.
Trust me, the math checks out.
All right, I believe that. But yeah, I mean, animals cool too, but come on.
You keep your
Let's be
mind, but
real
gain
here.
some instincts of the animal.
Ooh. That one's pretty neat. The people one, no. I don't need to be other people. That's weird.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess the shape one's too wacky. I'm taking shape.
It's shape for me, baby.
Yeah, it's got to be shape.
All right, pick your favorite shape, and that's how we're ending it. I'm staying triangle.
Oh, I can only... There's only one shape I can pick.
No, I'm lying. But you just got to pick the favorite
When you
one.
first said shape, I first started imagining just two-dimensional, like,
Yes,
polygons.
so did I. Flat Stanley. You ever read
Yeah,
those?
exactly. You can turn into a square if you'd like, perhaps even a circle.
I'm a triangle to wrap this up.
I would be... What shape would I be? Yeah, I'm going to go same.